Get out of my vehicle right now.
She got them crazy eyes.
Get out! Oh, get out!
Damn! What is going on, team? This is crazy. What did we just watch? Undirected team. How's it going, y'all? I am DotSale, the undirected guy. I don't know what we just watched, but we're gonna have to watch some more of that because that's looking mad entertaining. Unless somebody, unfortunately, lost their existence to breathe afterwards, which didn't happen. Spoiler alert. She just flashed the gun. She didn't really want to shoot it, but it came along with a lot of consequences for her. That never happened, but this did.
Oh my God, I fucking hate myself right now.
It's probably what she said afterwards because she lost her damn mind. And I get it. As an Uber driver, it gets frustrating. Rideshare driver and like in general. And I'll just say this before we get back to the video team that, I've done rideshare. I have done rideshare, many of rides. And I'll just say this. You deal with complete strangers that a lot of times have no accountability for anything that they do. Oftentimes they use fake names. Like you might pick up somebody named Destiny, and their name's not Destiny, and they get in the car and it's not a white guy with blue hair debating feminist talking points on YouTube, and you're like, you're not Destiny. But it's kind of crazy. So you'll get people, they'll get in your car and they'll get in with food and they'll be chowing down on a burger, getting sauce all on your seat, or they'll, get in and smell like smoke and weed. And one of the worst things is when you're getting ready to pick somebody up, and this happens a lot of times. You pick somebody up from a bar, they'll be waiting outside and they'll be just smoking a cigarette. And like you pull up to them, and right before they get in the car, they got to take one more big hit. And then they get into your car and they smell like burnt Marlboro Light or Camel Light or Newport 100. And the worst part is sometimes they don't even flick the old cigarette out the way. They actually grab the cigarette and they ash it out. And then they stick it either back in the pack or they put it behind their ear. And they get into the car like this. And they got just a whole burnt cigarette. They get in the car and they, what's up, though? How it going, man? How you doing tonight? I'm doing terrible. You got my fucking car smelling like smoke. Many times I get this car detailed for you motherfuckers. And then you get in the car and you smell like cigarettes, and I just got done spraying this can of Febreze all over to make it smell all nice for you. You got in the car and you don't even care. You don't even care. You get right in the car, you just disrespect me like that. And so you see it all, but I guess this woman that was yielding the gun didn't like it. Let's go to the story and see what we got, team. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Hold on, we got it right here.
Get out of my vehicle right now.
She got them crazy eyes.
Get out! Oh, get out!
Holy humanity!
Get out!
She got them crazy eyes.
Get out! Oh, get out! Ooh. Get out!
Crazy eyes.
Get out! Oh, get out! Ooh.
Now, I just want to say this before we, damn, there were some crazy eyes. I just want to say this before we move on. I'm going to let the video play after this for the most part. But these people, to already have the camera out at this fever pitch that this woman got to, have been antagonizing this woman the whole time. So I don't necessarily think that she's completely wrong in this situation. And that's just me personally. Now, the law is not going to look at it the same way, and neither is Uber and Lyft, or I guess Uber in this situation. It looks like she's on the phone right now. So it looks like she might be on the phone. Let's see if we can zoom in and see who she was calling. We can't really see, but it might even have been on the call with law enforcement to try to, you know, remove these people from her vehicle, and they were just, because when she flashed that, when she up the Glocky, when she up the blicky, they got the hell out the car. They stopped playing around with her at that time. It was like, I don't know, like she's taking it a little too far. So
Bye, have a great time.
they got the hell up out of there. Also, I do want to say, look like she's got a Cadillac. Does anybody know what kind of Cadillac? I don't know a lot about Cadillacs. I don't really like Cadillacs, but can anybody tell just based off of what we're seeing right here what type of Cadillac this is that she's driving? I'd like to know. Y'all are the best audience on the internet, so if you know, let me know, because I'd like to know what type of Cadillac she's driving.
Oh,
She got them crazy eyes.
get out! Oh, get out! Ooh. Get out!
A shocking moment caught on camera, that Uber driver pulling out a gun on her passengers in Hollywood. That driver is now behind bars in Broward County.
Local 10 Syra is live outside the jail
Look
in
like
Fort
at least a
Lauderdale with
45.
more on her arrest. Syra. Yeah, so Alex and Eric, authorities first arrested this woman, that Uber driver you just saw in that video, in Port St. Lucie. She was then brought here to the main jail in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Let's show you that video again of that disturbing incident that happened earlier this month, again in Hollywood. The passenger recording the whole incident on her phone. The driver can be seen arguing with that passenger. Things escalate when the woman tells the rider to get out. She's seen pulling out a gun and pointing it at the woman in the back seat. Jennifer Benitez has since been arrested. We have a few of her mugshots here. She was first taken into custody in Port St. Lucie. She's then extradited to Broward County here. Benitez has been charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. She is listed as behind bars this morning in the jail here in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Local 10 reached out to Uber. They responded with this statement saying, quote, "The safety of the Uber community is a top priority, and we removed the driver's access to the platform as soon as this was reported to us." So back out here live, a big question this morning is, will Jennifer Benitez be able to bond out of jail? That's a question we should have an answer to later this morning. We'll stay on top of that, see if she appears before a judge this morning, so stay with us for updates. That is very...
And we don't know what happened, if she bonded out or not. I'm pretty sure that she did eventually or whatever. They're going to confiscate her weapons and do all this stuff, and she's going to go through all the red tape and everything. I'm actually, like, from my point of view, from what I'm seeing, I'm actually leaning more towards the passenger being the antagonist and the jerk that created all of this. The reason why is because this woman just wanted her out of her vehicle, okay? And what she did was actually stay in her vehicle after she was given numerous warnings to exit her vehicle. One of the reasons that you can know that she really just wanted her out of vehicle, and she definitely did make the wrong decision. Not that I think that it was a bad decision of what she did to up the blicky on her. The problem is that you're dealing with a person that only wants to get you arrested when things get to a point of actual threats. So she's got to be more composed and make better decisions, because this loser that was in your car playing around actually got you into serious trouble. And if you look at what the driver did, the second she got out of the car, she sped away immediately without even having the door closed. The driver just wanted to get away from this passenger. She no longer cared about the money. She didn't care about the fare. You can take the cancellation fee. I don't even care. I just want you out of my car for whatever reason. And the problem with all of this is we don't see the context of what happened beforehand. And who knows? I mean, the passenger, although I don't think this is the case, I think they were more just trolling her or being obnoxious. Could have had a knife or something like that she flashed at her, and maybe that's why she pulled the gun out. Where only the passenger obviously only showed the tail end of the video, or maybe when she started recording after all of this happened. And Paisley caught her in 4K committing a crime, because you can't just point a gun at a person like that. So, you know, unfortunate for the driver. I would just say this.
Incident that happened early.
If I was in this car with this woman, I don't know why she's wearing a mask. If I was in this car with this woman, I can guarantee you. Well, I can't guarantee you. She is kind of crazy. But I would say there's a 99% chance that she's not going to up the blicky on me. I'm just telling you.
Oh my gosh. Shut up.
She's not going to do it to me. If I got in her car and I'm like on my way to the airport or something like that, this is not going to happen. You know why? Because I'm going to get into her car respectful. I'm going to get into her car smelling good. I'm not going to be smoking a Black and Mild seconds before I hop into her car. I'm not going to be in there being obnoxious, disrespecting her vehicle or anything like that. I'm going to be polite. I'm not going to speak to her unless she wants to be spoken to. And I'm going to give her a proper ride. And probably even before I get in the car, not before I get in the car, but probably right when I get in the car, I'm probably going to give her a cash tip. Like the second I get in the car, I'm going to come in respectful and I'm going to be like, because I always tip in cash whenever I have the option to. And usually when I know I'm going to take a Uber ride, you know, you're going to usually know that in advance. I take cash and I bring it with me. Now, I do tip based off of merit. So I probably, depending on how the car is when I first get in there, if I know it's going to be a good ride, if everything's checking out, look like she has a really nice Cadillac, push to start. A newer Cadillac, looks very comfortable, possibly could even do like the higher Uber tiers. Like, you know, you got Uber X, which is the lowest. She could probably do like a Uber Comfort, maybe an Uber XL. I don't know if it's a SUV or not, but maybe even the Uber Black, possibly. It looked like the car was black when she got out. I don't know. But regardless, she has a really nice car. So if I don't tip her when I first get in the car, if it's a good ride, I'm going to tip you higher. So let's say she gives me a smooth ride, which I believe that she would. You know, I might get in the car and give her $3 just to begin the ride, depending on how much the ride costs and all that. And then on the way out, if it's really smooth, I might throw her extra $5-10, right? Just cause I believe in tipping service workers. So if you're a service worker in any way, shape, or form, I am going to tip you almost all the time unless you're just completely awful. Now, if I get into her car and it smells terrible, and sometimes it's not their fault because of based off what I just said, if you just drop somebody off and they wanted to get picked up from Kentucky Fried Chicken and now your whole car smells like a bucket of dark turkey legs and mashed potatoes, then it's like there's nearly nothing you can do. Or like I say, you get out of the car with a smoker and it smells like smoke. Or, you know, you get in a car and, you know, there's different situations or whatever that could make it an unpleasant ride. But, you know, this is unfortunate for the driver. I don't know if this is her livelihood or just something supplemental, but she's doing it for a reason. And her having it taken away really sucks. And, you know, I think that passenger needs to be investigated. And I really honestly think that she should be have the charges dropped against her. In this situation, I feel like she was just trying to get away and she got to a point where she got really frustrated by the person, and that was that. Okay, we're going to go into undirected perspective. We are going to go dark for this because I don't think anything good happened in this situation. Because the passenger got away with no consequences after basically harassing the driver, and then the driver ended up getting deplatformed and all of that. I think there is an actual, and this isn't law, but I think in Uber's terms of service and Lyft, you know, or any rideshare platform, those are the main two, you can't have a firearm by the policy of the actual app, not by law. So it doesn't trump what, but I think that they would prefer that you don't have a firearm on you when you're driving people around in rideshare, which I think is completely foolish because they're not telling the passengers not to transport weapons. I don't think there's anything, unless it could be in the fine print when you sign up. But let's say you want to transport your AR-15 in an Uber or just a case of guns. I don't really think there's anything against that. So you can get into an Uber with a damn grenade and, you know, it's like whatever, you know, and then if it goes off, then the Uber driver's car's gonna get exploded. And look, who's wrong in this situation? I don't know. This is just my interpretation of what I'm seeing. I have no idea. But, you know, it's just not good, team. I don't know. What do y'all think about this? Y'all are the best audience on the internet. I know that. It's not even close. It's absolutely not even close. So I do want to hear from y'all. I will pin the best comment at the top of the chat because I appreciate y'all's contributions to the channel. I am DotSale, the Undirected Guy, and I am out. This makes you not want to ride Uber. Like, for real, because, like, it's like, is it really worth it? Like, when one knucklehead can mess everything up for you in a split second? Now, you do have to be a little more calm, and you got to be a better people person. As much as I said that she wouldn't pull a gun on me, like, I also, if I was in her position, wouldn't have pulled a gun on a passenger. So, there's that.